The following program is rated U for universal audiences and is considered suitable for listeners of all ages.
This is a presentation of Dream Realm Enterprises, where dreams are our reality.
It's another episode of DBB. And welcome back to DBB. This is your host, Jon Russell, and this is episode 161. Today I'm talking about the next Doctor Who episode, which is called Murder on the Solar Express. I have released a trailer for it, and hopefully you guys have checked that out. If you haven't, you should. And sometime within this episode, hopefully I will manage to slip in a clip from that story so that you'll get some idea of what you're going to hear when it releases sometime within the next couple of weeks. I'm not giving an exact release date just yet because I'm still working on the final edit. The effects mix is finished. Everything is edited together. It's just a matter of putting music in it and doing the final mix with credits and everything. So got to be working on that this week, and that's the plan. So bear with me, but we're getting there. This one is supposed to be a 3-parter. I don't think it overran by much, so that's probably about what you're going to get. Of course, it features Paul R. Beesey as the Doctor. It features Tanya Milovich as Mina, and Sally Wiggett as Jen. I is not in this episode, so we won't be hearing from him. But we also have as our guest stars, we have David Alt, Gareth Bowley, Lexi DeSolar, Ellie Hirschman, Lisa Michaud, Jerry Kokich, Elise Krawick, myself, Joe Stofko, Joe J. Thomas, and Ted Winskus. So a stellar cast here, an all-star cast for the Solar Express. If you don't know anything about it, I'll give you a quick synopsis. The Doctor, Jan, and Mina arrive on the deep space luxury liner, the Solar Express, just in time to be embroiled in a murder mystery. Who committed the crime, and what secrets are the crew of the Solar Express keeping? It's up to the Doctor and his friends to get to the bottom of all this. So that's the blurb that we've come up with. So, yeah. The trailer is out now, as I said, and it's about 2.5 minutes, thereabouts. So, yeah, give that a listen and get ready for this next adventure. So that's kind of what's been on my mind here just lately. I've been trying very hard to get that together. My cohort, Lee James Sands, has been working on the edit for The Fear Man, and he has finished that up. So right after getting this mix together, I will be working on that story as well, which is pretty much going to be a one-part, one-off sort of story. Well, not a one-off, but, a one-part adventure to finish the season 6. And that will kind of dovetail into season 7, which hopefully we will start recording by the end of the year. Now, I will apologize because someone in the neighborhood has decided today is a great day to mow their grass, so you may hear a mower in the background. I apologize for that. There's, very little I can do about that. You may hear traffic as well because I'm right on the main road. I don't have a recording booth set up as yet. Still working on my new system, and that's taking a lot longer than planned, obviously, but right now you just have to bear with me. We have to bear with what's going on. That's life. But yeah, we're doing what we can. Now, outside of Doctor Who, hopefully soon we will be getting Magic Monsters and Mayhem Book 4 completed for you, and that will finish off the main story arc that's been going on for a few years on that show. It's this season, of course, book 4, season 4, whatever you want to call it, has been delayed for well over a year, and I apologize again and again for that. Can't be helped. It has run into a lot of things, not the least of which is the pandemic, and then deaths of many of our cast members. 2020 and 2019 and 2021 have been very tough times for DRE and for that show in particular. For some reason, it seems, because we lost a few vital cast members, and you know we've talked about all that, of course, already. But so it was a monster. It was a monster to work on to begin with, but all of that and the other problems that we've had made it an even bigger monster to work on, and having to figure out what to do when we lost certain cast members was tough. I had to recast certain characters midway through, so you'll hear from some of them, and then it'll transition into new actors playing the parts just so we could finish the story, because it was all written already, so it wasn't like I could just curtsy past the characters. They couldn't be, we couldn't suddenly get rid of characters because people passed away. We had to figure out a way to keep those characters going, despite the fact that the actors who portrayed them for the last few years are no longer with us. So you have to forgive us for that. So, that was part of the big decision process on that show, was how do we proceed? How do we finish it? Do we finish it? Do we proceed? And ultimately we decided to go ahead because, as my good friend Jeff Niles always said, the show must go on. So I knew he would want the show to go on and be completed, and so yes, we ended up having to do some recasting and rewrites here and there to make it all a little to work a little bit better, hopefully, and just do the best we could, because there were other cast changes as well going on at the time, people dropping out and so forth. So these things happen in an audio production, especially when you've got that many characters. We have a big cast for that show, so it wasn't too surprising that we did have some changes along the way. It was just very surprising that we lost some people because of death and illness and so forth. So it is what it is, and we managed to get it all recorded. It's just a matter of I haven't had a chance to get in and master everything, and of course we haven't, obviously, as we haven't finished the mastering process, we haven't started on the editing process. But that is indeed the plan for this summer for DRE, is to work on that show and hopefully get it out sometime next fall, before the end of the year. That's the plan. Hopefully we'll also get into a few episodes of Robots of the Company and get back into that show before the end of the year. That is indeed the hope. And of course, the other show that's been delayed is Showcase, which we'd hope to have a new season by now. But again, life, a lot of things have been going on, and we haven't had a chance to get back into that show. But it will be back. It will be back, but probably not until next year, 2023. So that's where we are at the moment. So I brought you up to date. Hopefully you're prepared for the next Doctor Who story or two. It's the last couple of stories of season 6, which features our new Dr. Paul RBC. Hopefully in the very near future I'll have some more interviews with our various cast members of that show and others right here on DBB. So I'm also doing a fan podcast for Doctor Who, which is just centering around the television series, mostly the classic series, and various merchandise that gets released and what have you. But right now, though, I'm going to start to wrap this up. And like I said before we go, I'm going to give you a clip from Murder on the Solar Express, so you get an even better taste of the story or sense of the story, however you want to put it. So I hope that you guys enjoy that. The story is coming soon. It will be webcast over the course of about 3 weeks. And then hopefully, if things go according to plan, immediately following Murder on the Solar Express will be The Fear Man. And that will finish the season 6. So thanks, guys, for your patience and for still listening and for being with us. And hopefully you enjoy what you hear. And if you do, you can always let us know. But you can find us, of course, on our website, dreamrealmsite.com. If you want to email us with any comments or questions, you certainly can. darkbuilding1@yahoo.com. You'll find links on our website. If you want to visit us on our socials or email us or see other shows that we have, it's all on dreamrealmsite.com. We also have a YouTube channel, which is JPR Guy, which is basically me. And it's my channel, it's DRE's channel, whatever you want to call it. But you'll find many of our shows there, including this one most of the time. So, go check out our YouTube channel, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And, you can keep up to date with what we're doing that way if you would like. Or, you can get our podcasts through Podomatic. I think it's on Google Play and Spotify and wherever you would get your podcasts normally. You can probably find Dream Realm Enterprises, which is pretty much, if you go to Spotify, that's, I think, what you have to put in, Dream Realm Enterprises, in order to find our shows. At least it's the easiest way that I have found. So if any of you do try those things and you do have issues, let us know. Email us back and let us know if there are any issues out there with our podcast feeds and so forth. So hopefully everything works. And hopefully the website works. At any rate, this is the point at which I'm going to segue into the clip, and then we will catch you next time on DBB. And I will be doing a Q Who episode, which is the podcast that I was talking about, which centers around classic Doctor Who. And I'll be doing one of those real soon, too. So have a listen out for that if you're interested. So thanks, guys. I appreciate it. We love you so much. We really, really appreciate the fact that you are still with us and being very patient with us as we work tirelessly behind the scenes to bring you audio goodness. So until next time, you know the drill. Please stay tuned.
Why aren't you asking the captain these questions, Doctor?
Because I think you make a much better conversationalist. And as we've already met, I figured, why not ask you first?
And what makes you think I know anything about it?
Call it a gut instinct. Am I wrong? Are you clueless?
What exactly are you getting at?
I saw in your service record that you and Captain Nate were once romantically involved. That was poo-pooed by the company, wasn't it?
You've seen my service record.
Oh, I've seen all the service records. Every crew member who served aboard the Canary. Part of an inspector's job, you see. It helps to know who I'm dealing with in these matters. Now, back to your relationship with Captain Nate.
All right. Crystal Star aren't really a company that approves of fraternization between crew members, no. But I don't see how that is of relevance, Doctor. Not to this situation or the other.
That remains to be seen.
What is that supposed to mean?
It means there are mysteries to be solved. Murder amongst them, and everyone aboard this ship is under suspicion.
Only according to you, Doctor.
This program is copyright 2022, all rights reserved, and is brought to you by Dream Realm Enterprises, always warping to new dimensions.